Wanderers, and welcome back to the Wandering Gamer Network plays Bastion. I'm Cody.
I'm Zach.
I'm Mandy.
And I'm Caitlin.
So I don't know if you guys noticed this. The more we do these, the more my intros have to get more energetic.
to keep yourself awake?
Yeah, to keep myself, motivated.
Something stringy. Is it string?
Ragged Hood.
So, Caitlin, we didn't get to hear about your favorite road trip last time.
Whale ale.
We're going to wrap up this conversation.
Yeah. So I would say there's two really long ones that my family took. We took a 3-week road trip, driving to California and back. So we stopped at places along the way. So we stopped at Branson, Missouri, and then we saw family friends in El Paso, and we stopped at the Grand Canyon and White Sands National Park and all this stuff. And then we did stuff in San Diego and went to Disneyland.
The gods these days. No time for it either.
And then drove all the way back. So that was really fun, and we had stuff to do along the way. And then we...
Oh, I was sleeping on the ground. I thought I was waiting for me to fall.
I was waiting for you to fall because I was going to say splat, but...
And then we drove to D.C. one year.
To make pilgrimage here, pay their respects to Pith, the bull. Well,
And-
the gods are long gone.
It just keeps interrupting you.
Gosh.
Thanks.
And so we stopped at Philadelphia and did sightseeing, stayed there for a couple days, and then went down to D.C. and stayed there for a couple days. So that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that.
Something real.
What was your second one?
In time,
The California and
Oh,
DC.
sorry. I thought that
So
was all one trip.
West Coast and East Coast.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say the other road trip that I remember going on. This was when I was a little bit older. I went with my brother and at the time I think his girlfriend. They're married now. I don't know if they were at the time though. I can't remember how.
Are you talking about the Colorado trip?
Yeah, we went to Colorado and
I think they were engaged at that point.
I think probably engaged, but we were.
Oh, jeez.
So I was
a
working.
buffalo.
I was working nights at a time. No, it's a bison.
No, it's got the longer horns. See?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. I know.
Okay. All right. You look just way too pleased with yourself right there. Right? You calm down, right? Have a little bit of humility. Whatever. Anyways, so we went to, what's it called? Went to Colorado, and at the time I was working nights. So what I did was we started driving at 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning.
You guys are both wrong. It's a bull.
Oh. And so
right.
I was going to be the one that started driving at 2 in the morning, so I just tried to sleep during the day because I was kind of already doing that and then just start driving. And so 2 in the morning we get on the road, we start driving, and it is fog so thick we cannot see a foot in front of our car.
Oh, that's the worst.
And I remember I was driving, right? It was just completely dark, just super thick fog, and I saw these lights way up ahead of me that I thought were truck lights because they were smaller than what I would have expected. And so I'm just going, and then I almost run straight into the back of a semi-truck.
Oh, gosh.
Because I thought it was lights really far away, and it was actually just that semi-truck lights are a little bit smaller. So it looked like a full-size pickup way far away. It was actually the back of a trailer.
Oh.
So that was terrible, but it was a pretty good trip. We had a ton of fun there. It's the most fun I've ever had doing outdoorsy stuff. Just
What did you guys go see?
We just went to the national park.
Rocky Mountain National Park? Nice.
And it was so much fun. We went to this thing called, I think it was called the alluvial something or whatever. It was like a waterfall basically. But it wasn't a pouring down waterfall. It was just a slide of rocks that had water kind of roughly pouring through it. And it started to rain. And that seems like it'd be bad, but what ended up happening was the rocks got super slick. And we were all the way at the top of this, and then it was just a water slide. Because it was all the rocks got really wet, so we were sliding down rocks and stuff. It was so much fun. And then we went on this hiking trip that was way too long, and none of us were in
shape,
good. We were not only were we not in good enough shape, we all vastly underestimated how much water we should bring. Because I brought 2 water bottles and was gonna hike for a day in high elevation. And it was I drunk both of those in the first hour. And then we had 7 more hours of hiking. So we got down out of the mountains because we were staying with her. Why are you just getting hit?
Yeah, I'm trying to go to one of those things.
Oh, gotcha. So we drive out of the mountains because they lived in, I think, Loveland, Colorado? Loveland? Something like that. Anyways, so we drive down out of the mountains and we stop at a convenience store, like the first one we find, because we're all just like, we are thirsty. And I just like walked in. I bought 7 Arizona teas, like the green teas, the big ones. And then drunk all of them in about 5 minutes.
Oh, God.
Like I was just like crack, glug, crack, glug. And then was like, well, I'm gonna puke. Like
I don't think I'm physically capable of drinking that much that fast.
I wasn't either. It did not go well for me. I was like going to throw up. It was bad. But
Come on. No.
No.
I'm really. Oh, heal me all the way. Whatever. Screw this.
this is why I don't try to get achievements.
I don't try for achievements. I'm trying for the things for the points, so I can upgrade more stuff.
That was specific.
Yeah, I understood what he meant. The things for the stuff, Caitlin, obviously. Give it the program here.
Anyway, so
So we did that, and then we also saw the chapel at the, oh, this was funny. So we went hiking, and me and my brother bought just, like, our normal hiking stuff. And so, like, we both had, like, big, goofy, like, I had a big Bowie knife that I had in, like, my backpack, and my brother had, like, some, like, knife that he had, like, big knives, and we went to what's the Air Force Academy? Because there's, like, so we went to the Air Force Academy, and there's, like, a really beautiful chapel there that, like, a lot of tourists go and see. But you had to go through security.
Oh.
And they open up our trunk, and there's just, like, knives. And the guy was like, go ahead. And me and my brother were like, wouldn't they try to stop us? And then we, like, thought about it for a second, and we're like, we're two tubby losers. And this is an Air Force base filled with people
fit men and women.
that are, like, all, like, under 25, ridiculously fit, trained constantly, and they're like, yeah, they got to try something.
You're
like,
right,
what are you gonna do?
Make my day.
Right? And we're like, oh, we didn't even register as being a thing to him. And I'm like, well, that's probably pretty appropriate, realistically. But it was funny, though. That was a really good trip, though. It was a lot of fun.
was that the one where you went out and bought like brand new hiking boots? And
Oh my gosh, yes. So I wear basically steel-toed boots all the time because of my job, and at the time I just wore them because they were comfortable, and I was riding a motorcycle, so it was motorcycle boots basically. And so I was like, okay, like I don't want to wear those boots because they're really heavy, and they were like the most comfortable boots I ever had. They were great for walking, and I was like, no, I'm gonna go get hiking boots, you know? So I went and got like $5 hiking boots at Walmart, and it destroyed my feet.
Oh,
like,
gosh.
I had blisters so bad, literally what I had to do was I had to tape each, like, after the first day, I would tape each individual toe and then tape my whole foot just to keep my feet from, like, falling off. And I'm
Did
like,
you have cotton socks?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just had socks.
Because cotton chafes more. Like wool is a lot less likely to give you blisters.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I mean, I've like never, like, I've walked long distances now with the boots that I wear, but they're just like my normal boots.
Yeah,
And they're,
I've taken a
super
couple
comfortable.
backpacking trips with people, and so I learned that tip.
Yeah.
is using wool socks.
Yeah, it was awful. It was
Yeah.
really bad.
I have a nice pair of Keens, and I love them to death. So I'm excited to hike when we go down to Tennessee.
Oh yeah, I am pretty pumped. Now everyone knows where we're going. They're gonna stalk us in the entire state of
by the
Tennessee.
time
Yeah.
this goes up,
we will have already gone.
We will be
and
away.
Also, Tennessee's a state.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am really looking forward to hiking though. I like wandering up and down.
It should be
mountains.
really gorgeous down there too.
Oh, yeah,
'cause
I'm sure.
our friend went last weekend, and he said a lot of it was still green.
Oh,
so
cool.
it'll probably be like perfect.
Oh,
when
it
we
might
go.
just be turning.
Yeah.
Awesome. That'll be great.
He said Kentucky was already turned and full.
turned down for what?
So Tennessee wasn't,
a
so it'll
hard
probably be
thing.
good then.
What are you trying to do?
Counter him.
Oh,
There we go.
yeah, that was a
There's a
real
little
good trip,
dragon
though.
on top. Do you see?
Yeah, it was cute. That'll
Sometimes-
be really nice though.
Sometimes I do really well at the countering, and other times I don't.
Yeah, so this is another thing that was a little bit Dark Soulsy, which I hate to always compare stuff to that, but like I remember, so a thing with Dark Souls 1 is parrying's a big part of the game if you decide to make it. And I just never parried the whole time I was playing the game. I just got a really big shield and my build
You're
was
like poke shield.
Yeah, like what I leveled up in that game was basically just stamina, so I could keep my shield up indefinitely. Like I didn't have any health because I was like, if I get hit, I've already lost. So my strategy was just keep my huge shield in front of me until there's an opening, and then poke them with my really long range spear as a halberd, right? And then the last boss requires parrying, and I had to go back to a part of the game and just like force myself to parry constantly. I had to like relearn the game. It was really hard. It was fun though. I was really proud of that, like beating that game because of how ridiculously hard it was.
That's how I feel about this trial right now.
The smaller ones who want to just step aside and let things go.
You ain't.
Do you have to do so many of them in a row?
No, I just have to like last.
Oh, this is a trial. Oh, gotcha.
You guys were just talking through it, so I figured I'd just do my own thing.
Oh no, that's fine. I just didn't realize what we were doing. I thought you were just in a level doing this. I'm like, Zach, at some point, come on.
Oh, stop it.
Boop. Boop.
This is freaking painful, dog.
I like his little like.
I didn't think this one
swirly
would be
dizzy.
so long.
I mean, that's fine. We haven't gone
Yeah.
that long yet, so it's okay. I mean, like the last few episodes have been 16 minutes, so we're good.
He's stuck on your shield. It looked like he was.
Oh, that was also when I got to go down in a gold mine. That was awesome.
Ooh.
That was so cool. Like, it wasn't like being
on
used
my
anymore,
face?
but it was like it was like a tour that they did, and the guy that did the tour, like, he only did this like in the off season, like, so he was a miner.
Oh,
and then
okay.
occasionally would come and do these tours because he like knew about it. And
I thought I got that.
the thing, like, when we got there, you know, like, they have, like, a crane, and they just lower you down into the earth, right? And you can see just, like, level after level after level. I don't think we should do another real level.
No, I wasn't going to.
Okay. So, like, you'd just be dropping through level after level after level, and they just, like, crammed a bunch of us in this tiny little elevator, and I didn't wear a jacket, so they gave me one, and it, like, smelled all gross, it was all, like, dirty, so we're just, like, crammed in there, just, like, smelling bad. Just getting dropped straight down, and you could just see like level of just like abandoned mine, which was really creepy. And then we get all the way to the bottom, and he's like showing us how they used to do mining. He was like using like a hand drill and a hammer, and then showed like mechanical drills and all this stuff. It was really cool. But when we were, I can't remember if it was when we were dropping down or getting pulled back up. He's like, so just so you guys know, if we lose electricity up top, what we do is we hook you up to a truck, and they pull you up with a truck. And he's like, but that'll take about 20 minutes for us to drag. So we would just be sitting there just like, just getting slowly drug up for 20 minutes, like packed in where like I was like right like face to face with someone.
Oh god.
Right? Like just packed in there. And then he's like, yeah, and if that doesn't work, then there's ladders going back and forth.
Oh gosh.
And he's like, and that'll probably take us about 4 hours to just climb straight up ladders for 4 hours. I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, yeah, that's used to be how they did it, you know. You just had ladders, and because you could see him going back and forth. It was like,
So did they like sleep down in the mines then?
I don't know.
Because it's like you climb down for 4 hours and you have to climb back up for 4
and
hours.
to be fair, the part of the mine where they were hand mining and using that was probably not 4 hours down.
Oh, that's true.
But it
It's
was
like
because,
halfway down,
this was the deepest it ever gotten. At that point,
Right,
they had winches and stuff like that. But yeah, it was crazy. It was really cool though to see the inside of a mine, and to be that far underground was creepy. Like that was scary.
Yeah.
In a way, because it's so claustrophobic, you know, and it's just stone.
Right, you
all
just think
around you.
about all the like mile like feet of stone.
Right. It's like, wow,
above
this
you.
is a little bit terrifying.
I've only done the most I've ever done is like I've done a couple caverns.
See, I haven't. I'd like to, but I
ca-
haven't really
it's
ever gone in
cool.
caverns.
The caverns I've been to are really pretty, and all of them have been walking ones. So there's like I've never written down on anything. It's always been like, you know, here's the opening. Just follow the edges or whatever. You can use it if you really want. A guide can take you, and like if you really want to get crazy, you can do some spelunking, like actually crawling and following people. But we never did that because it was just like my family. But I remember one time, oh gosh, I'd have to look it up to figure out exactly where we were. But used to live in Houston, and my grandparents lived in Las Vegas. So we would go through all of West Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico, getting to Nevada. And there's caverns somewhere along the route there. So we drove off. We took an extra day to, like, go and check this out. And, like, I just remember, like, all six of my family members, like, all just trying to, like, go down this, and it was like a little slippery too, and of course my mom's like holding on to my baby brother, like, oh gosh. Yeah, right. I don't think it may not have been the smartest thing with a baby brother, but well, but it's so cool too, because like especially in those where it is walking and they're able to do like a little bit more theatrical. There was one, and I don't remember where this was, but they have like light stations. So like you've got like purple lights showing, and it really shows the stalactites and the stalagmites, like really gorgeous. And there was one area that they actually used as a theater. Oh, it was really cool. Like it was natural benches, and they had like a little area up front, and that was just basically all natural, and it was beautiful.
We went to Carlsbad when we went through to California, and that was pretty cool. Yep. And then I went a lot of like music trips when I was in high school. Like over the summer, I was in a handbell choir, and we would go on a trip every summer for 10 days. And so we did like a caving thing. So we like had a guide, and we walked through the cave, and then I think there was a part where you could like crawl and stuff. Which is pretty cool. Yeah,
I'd have to find this video somewhere, but I was on a choir trip from, it was from Houston to St. Louis, and somewhere in there we stopped at caverns, and it was my whole choir, and we sounded pretty good, and we got to a point where we were as deep as the caverns went for like walking, which wasn't super far, but it was far enough in that, you know, it's echoey. And we got to sing one of the songs with all the harmonies, and it's so cool.
That's awesome.
All right, this is where we're gonna end this episode. We did a lot of talking about travel, but until next time, keep wandering, and bye. Hey everyone, and thanks for watching this episode of the Wandering Gamer Network Plays Bastion. If you'd like to hear more content from the Wandering Gamer Network, check out the link to our website in the description below. We have several actual play podcasts for games like D&D 5th Edition, Star Wars Edge of the Empire, City of Mist, and several other systems. So if you're interested, check it out. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time, Wanderers.
My hole, you build a wall. I dig my hole, you build a wall. One day that wall is gonna fall. Gonna build that city on a hill. Gonna build that city on a hill. Someday those tears are gonna spill. So build that wall and build it strong, 'cause we'll be there before too long. Gonna build that wall up to the sky. Gonna build that wall up to the sky. Someday your bird is gonna fly. Gonna build that wall until it's done. Gonna gonna build that wall until it's done. But now you've got nowhere to run.